Do you have any idea what DMX is? Do you think you need DMX? So what is DMX anyway? And who came up with this? Digital multiplex. Digital multiplex, called DMX. Now I'm not going to tell you how to use DMX in a 4-minute video, but if you're thinking of buying a DMX light and you don't have a DMX controller, guess what? You don't need a DMX controller. And here's why. These are DMX controllers. That's a DMX controller, that's a DMX controller, that's a DMX controller, that's a DMX controller. If you're using DMX right now, that's great. And as you know, there's a learning curve involved on DMX. It takes a little time to get what you want it to do. If you're not using DMX, you don't need DMX. Here's a DMX light. This just happens to be called the Swarm. It's a 4-channel DMX light. And if you have a DMX controller, you can control the 4 different functions of this light. For instance, this has, red, green, and blue lights on it. So with a DMX, if you just want the blue, you can do the blue. If you just want the green, you get the green. If you just want the red, so on and so forth. If you don't have a DMX controller, don't worry about it. Actually, this particular light works, I think, a lot better without DMX than it does with DMX, because you set it on its own random patterns. On the back of the unit, there's some switches, and some of the DMX lights will have a little digital readout. This particular one has some switches on the back. There's 10 of them. They call them dip switches. I don't know where they got the name dip switch from. Anyway, you set the dip switches. The instructions come with the light. You can set it for sound active. Every DMX light has its own internal microphone, and that way it'll keep up with the beat of your music. Or you can set it for its own random patterns. And there's dip switches, and you just set it for that. Again, it's in the instructions with the light. When you set it for its own random patterns, that means it's just going to do its own thing. Either way, you do not need DMX. DMX can really be a pain in the, can I say ass? Pain in the ass, okay? Because there is a big learning curve on DMX, and if you have a band, DMX is going to work against you because you're going to have your own light man to operate. If you're a disc jockey, DMX can also work against you unless you're working for one of those huge nightclubs or something like that where you have another light guy working for you. It's great if you have a concert type situation where you have a lighting guy or woman, I don't want to be prejudiced here, or a stage presentation or something like that. Under normal circumstances, unless you have someone to operate the DMX for you, forget it. You don't need DMX for a DMX light. There it is. Very simple. Later on, I will create a video for those of you who want to learn DMX and how to operate DMX. It's a little bit involved and it's going to take a little work to put the video together, but I will do that for you. So the answer is no, you don't need DMX for your DMX lights. Hey, thanks for visiting.